Every time you open your freezer and pull out a neatly packaged bag of shrimp, its surface coated in a thin layer of frost. You are looking at the result of a technical chain more complex than a commercial flight. What few people realize is, most of the flavor of the shrimp you eat tonight was determined the moment it left the water, not in your frying. One wrong decision within 5 seconds, rinsing shrimp in fresh water, leaving it too long at ambient temperature, or freezing it too slowly, can destroy the mechanical structure of billions of cells. Behind that seemingly lifeless plastic bag lies an invisible contract between producer and consumer. You are buying trust, the belief that everything inside is clean, fresh, pure. But in reality, you are not paying only for protein or flavor. You are paying for a preservation system, additives, and a carefully engineered marketing narrative designed to make you believe you are eating nature. Every bag of shrimp in a supermarket is both a legal and psychological promise. When you pick it up, you are not just buying shrimp, you are signing your name to the assumption that someone has ensured its safety. Now look closely at the fine print on the back. Instead of just shrimp and salt, many packages list unfamiliar names: sodium triple-iphosphate, Na5P3O10, sodium metabisulfite, Na2S2O, or E500 or enoheltrets. These are water-retaining and antioxidant additives. They function like molecular sponges binding to protein fibers and helping the shrimp absorb and retain water so it appears plumper and fresher. In some batches, up to 20% of the weight is simply water sold at shrimp prices. When you cook it, that extra water evaporates, leaving behind a shrunken piece of flesh. But on the supermarket shelf, it makes the product look moist and appealing. The shorter the ingredient list, the more authentic the shrimp. A bag that contains only shrimp. Salt is often a sign of honest production. No water sold. No illusion packaged. Premium brands frequently claim that wild-caught shrimp offer superior nutrition. The data tells a different story. Analyses from the United States Department of Agriculture and the Food and Agriculture Organization show that protein, vitamin B12, zinc, selenium, and omega-3 levels in wild and farmed shrimp are nearly identical, typically differing by only 3–5%. The real distinction lies in diet and microenvironment. Wild shrimp consume naturally occurring plankton and minerals, producing a more complex flavor profile not because they contain more nutrients, but because their lipid and amino acid structures vary subtly. Farmed shrimp, fed standardized formulations, deliver flavor consistency like a calibrated factory product. We do not eat with digestive enzymes alone. We eat with memory and emotion. When a brand tells a story about shrimp harvested from pristine waters, it activates the parts of the brain associated with imagery and ethics, not just taste. You are not paying for nutrition. You are paying for the story you want to believe. A luxury of psychology, not biology. In a world of labels: organic, sustainable, wild-caught, farm-raised, the only way to avoid deception is to learn how to read your freezer. And you only need 5 seconds. Second one, check the origin label. If you see certification from the Aquaculture Stewardship Council, ASC, or the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, it signals a controlled supply chain with lower risk of antibiotic contamination or overfishing. Second 2, read the ingredient list. More than 2 lines, be skeptical. Second 3, observe the physical form. If shrimp are clumped together or covered in thick, opaque ice, they may have been thawed and refrozen, a second death of protein structure. Second 4, gently press the package. Notice large air gaps. That suggests non-vacuum packaging and increased oxidation risk. Second 5, examine the color. Uniform pale gray is ideal. Dark pink tones or white spots can indicate dehydration or freezer burn. 5 seconds is enough to separate engineering from illusion, to choose a product that reflects scientific integrity rather than advertising. Language. The 21st century is the era of standardized food. We expect the same dish to taste identical no matter where it is prepared. Shrimp, once shaped by the unique character of regional waters, has become a component in the machinery of industrial cuisine. Global restaurant chains and supermarkets demand shrimp that are consistent in size, color, texture, and cooking time. To achieve that, humans have redesigned shrimp biology itself: selective breeding, optimized feed ratios, controlled digestive enzymes. Farmed shrimp have become products of digital agriculture, where sensors measure oxygen levels more frequently than humans taste the water. We call this convenience. In reality, it is a trade-off: sensory diversity exchanged for predictability. When every shrimp tastes the same, we lose the noise that once defined nature's individuality. Perhaps convenience is the signature flavor of our era: fast, uniform, efficient, and faintly hollow. A world in which shrimp no longer tells stories about the sea, but about global cold chain logistics. You cannot control the ocean, but you can control your choices. Understanding how the system works, how shrimp are raised, preserved, and when they should be cooked, is the first step toward reclaiming autonomy from branding. In modern consumer culture, knowledge is the most essential seasoning. It does not make food taste better. It makes you eat with clarity. When you understand the freezer in front of you, you are no longer buying a bag of shrimp. You are choosing a value chain, one that includes science, ethics, and trust. In the age of food engineering, understanding is the only true way to eat naturally.